Welcome back. Yes, sir. Welcome back. It is episode 3. We're on episode 3 already this semester.
Already. 3 weeks in.
Time's flying. Welcome back to episode 3 of the Collegian Cooldown, the Collegian Sports Podcast. Dogs got a win in Corvallis. They beat up on those Beavers. Well, beat up, maybe is a strong word. They won. They escaped with the win.
Yeah, I mean, a win's a win.
A win is a win. We will break that down. Of course, the NFL is in full swing right now. The Vikings and Bears are playing, so maybe you need a couple more points from guys like DJ Moore, TJ Hawkinson maybe. So hopefully they'll do what you need. But our fantasy league it's interesting. A lot of people's leagues are interesting. A lot of the star players, including the guy that had the first overall pick.
Yeah.
It's going to take a little bit for, it's just like in school. It's going to take a little bit to get back in that groove. It's going to take a little bit for guys like Jamar Chase to get it going.
Yeah, well, I mean, week one's always going to be the hardest. I mean, you have such volatility in rosters. You never know, bad matchups week one. Mm-hmm. It's a crapshoot. So, 4 points from Jamar Chase. I mean, didn't really matter. Beat my opponent by 50.
Lucky for you. Other people were not as lucky, but we'll see how the rest of it. We'll keep you updated on how this fantasy league goes, and then later on we'll touch on the other sports, volleyball, soccer still on their road trip, and men's golf starting here soon. We'll touch on that. But first things first, Fresno State football. They were in Corvallis this past Saturday and got the win 36-27. The score, if you didn't watch that game, if you didn't really know what happened, you'd look at that score and go, oh.
Dogs played pretty well.
2-score win, that's got to mean a lot.
Put up 36 on a Power 5 team.
The score does not represent how that game went. I mean, that final score to put them up by 2 happened with less than 10 seconds left. So it was a very tight game, especially the last 2 minutes of that game.
Yeah. A lot of mistakes.
A lot of mistakes, especially for Oregon State. But let's break this thing down. 36-27 win. What happened, Nolan? What the heck happened in Corvallis?
Well, I mean, it started out great. We missed the opening drive because CW still had their other game on, and they said, go over to the CW app to watch, and it wouldn't load.
And it wouldn't load. Yeah, that's a bit of an issue.
So we missed the opening drive, but luckily we still had a sports app that gives us good updates, and I got to see E.J. Warner with a 30-yard touchdown run. It's not great that your quarterback's first touchdown is on the ground and not in the air through 3 games, but we'll take it.
It's neither here nor there. He scored. He got in the end zone. Got a taste of it.
It's production, and we'll take that. And then, Oregon State marches down the field, their first drive, they score, and we get a first taste of the wackiness of the game. First snap from their long snapper goes 15 feet over the head of the holder, and it ends up at the Oregon State 40-yard line. Mind you, if you're not familiar, they snap the ball at the 3-yard line. So that ball rolled for a long time. Yeah, and then it happened again, and I think after that you kind of got the feeling that special teams was going to be a big factor.
Especially with the injury, because they're down to their third string long snapper.
Yeah, and then, Dogs just kind of chipped away. They kind of just hung around, and Oregon State's mistakes kind of kept them in the game. They had a 44-yard touchdown run from Speedy Luke.
Speedy.
And then they had a kick return called back for a holding penalty, which kind of threw a wrench in the offense. But, they have that punt with about a minute to go in the first half. And, I mean, that's not even on the long snapper. That's on the punter. He just missed it with his hands and then tries to kick it on the ground, which can't do that.
That was a new one. I think a lot of people, that was their first time seeing that.
Yeah. It's a penalty.
And a heads-up play from Jaden Carrillo, pick that thing up and run to the house.
Yeah. And then I saw the flag. I'm like, oh, it's probably going to be a holding downfield. I kind of forgot that you can't do that. And it's a penalty. And then, they try to go for 2, which I get. You go up 7. But, again, just special teams. Just kind of wacky. And then Oregon State comes out of the halftime and has a 18-play, 11-minute drive, which should have been stopped by a Kavion Thunderbird forced fumble called targeting after review, which I got to say, I do not like the fact that they can go back on a play and add targeting. I mean, you have replays all the time where you can clearly see a face mask or a holding, and they can't drop a flag on that.
Yeah, you can't add anything, even if it's egregious and you can see it, but you can take away. But you can add a targeting onto something.
Yeah, and there was no flag on the play. There was no targeting. What that was called on the forced fumble, and then Oregon State gets a touchdown 1 play after. I mean, I think it was a 3rd down play. It would have been 4th down if they just ruled it incomplete. Ends up being 1st down, and Malik Murphy rolls out to his right and finds, I believe, a fullback. On a little delay hold route. And you know what? After that, I think the Dogs kind of, the offense was a little shaky. I mean, by the time the Beavers got the ball back again, it was already the 4th quarter. But, like I said, they just kind of hung around. They had another, Oregon State had another missed punt. This time the kicker didn't try to kick it while on the ground. He just fell on it. And it put the Dogs in the red zone. But, there's something that Matt Entz talked about at his press conference was they had 1st and 10 at the Beavers 21. They had 1st and 10 inside the 15, and they come away with just 6 points. I mean, that can't happen. You got to find the end zone there. And, instead of it being, 26-21, it's 35-21. It's a 14-point game, and, it feels a lot better going into those final minutes in that final drive.
If the other team is giving you something, you have to jump on top of that.
Exactly.
Whether it's field position, whether it's turnovers, you need to take advantage of that, especially on the road.
And that's something they did really well against Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern had a bad punt to start the 3rd quarter. They got short field. They immediately scored. If the Dogs are going to be successful this season in the Mountain West, they're going to have to be able to capitalize on those mistakes. And if they won't, if they can't, then they're going to lose some tough games. And I don't want to repeat of 2024 tough games. So hopefully they can turn that around. And I think it starts with E.J. Warner.
Right.
I mean, he managed that game really well. He had a fantastic final drive. In between, he was solid. But I mean, still the issue with the passing touchdowns to interceptions. You're not going to win if you're not going to pass the ball into the end zone.
I think we do need to shout out, obviously they didn't take advantage of their good field position, but Dylan Lynch did have a good day. So Absolutely. They were able to capitalize, come away with 3 a lot of the times, but you need to get into the end zone. And moving on to E.J. Warner, I mean, that final drive, not only using his arm, but using his legs. You saw the 30-yard rushing touchdown to start the game. Well, you didn't see it, but you heard about it. That final drive, being able to find open guys and also scramble, just shows the athleticism, and he can get it done.
He's a smart quarterback. There's no doubt about that. I mean, that's what's going to be his saving grace as a senior. 3 years at Temple and Rice, he has the IQ. He has the ability. It's just, the decision-making at times is a little scary.
A little questionable, yeah.
You hope that he can find the end zone in this next game against an FCS team.
Right.
But, I have no doubt that, he's going to be the starter heading into Mountain West play. He's too smart. And there's no... You can't go through the non-conference and then just be like, you know what, we're going to go to a new quarterback. That sends a bad message into the room. And, as much as we talk about last year and quarterback, you got to stick with your guy.
Right.
Got to give him confidence.
Especially if you're winning. I mean, they're 2-1. They come away with the win, even though it didn't look great. And last year, when things didn't look great, they couldn't get it done. They could not finish. They couldn't get to the finish line. This game, although there was a lot of sloppiness from both sides, penalties, they come out with a win. And you'll never complain about it. I wrote in the column, there's no pictures on the scorecard. They know this was not a great game. They know they want to clean things up, E.J. Warner especially. But at the end of the day, a dub is a dub. I mean, it's a simple saying, a dub is a dub. You walk away against a solid team like Oregon State. I mean, they're going to be seeing them. This is a rivalry now. This is a rivalry game.
Pac-12 rivalry.
To come out of Corvallis, head home with a W, they did their job.
It's eating it, EJ, that he's not, finding his receivers in the end zone. He's not sitting back, it is killing him inside. So there's no doubt that he wants to be better. Mm-hmm. So and he probably would have had a passing touchdown against Georgia Southern. They just ran the ball 45 times.
Yeah, you go with the game script. And speaking of this run game, we saw obviously Rayshawn Speedy Luke get into the end zone and almost 90 yards on the day. You didn't see a whole lot of Bryson Donaldson down the stretch. Was that an injury? Was it? Just game script going with Luke.
A little bit of injury, a little bit of hip injury. He had I think it was on that first drive that we didn't see. So there was a little bit, but Entz said he's going to be good to go for this next game. And I mean, depending on how the game goes, you never know. FCS team could come out and stun the Dogs, but I don't think we really see him in the fourth quarter. Give him a little extra time before the long flight to Honolulu.
Yeah. I mean, just so much travel that the Dogs are going to be doing. And
no games until late November, where it's back-to-back home. Mm-hmm. All a little bit of back and forth for the whole season, which gives us a nice little rhythm, I guess. You don't have to be, 4 games here, 4 games there. So,
I mean, yeah, they're going to run the ball. Bryson Donaldson will lead them, but you have a 1-2 punch with Luke. Luke as your RB2. They're 1A, 1B.
Oh yeah. I mean, it just gives that room so much confidence. I mean, and even that, when one of them goes down, you still got Gilliam and Ramirez and Arsenault. Like, it's such a deep room that, you can have a guy that has an off day or is hurt that's just a little banged up. And, you probably won't suffer.
Next man up, top to bottom, all those guys can run. They all have their different abilities, speed. Rayshawn Luke being the speed demon, and everyone else sort of a bit more physical, run right at you. Luke is just going to run right around you.
Yeah, right by you.
Mm-hmm. So, they have plenty of weapons. You see Warner building sort of a rapport with Freeman, so they are having some...
Freeman had almost 100 yards.
Right.
So, it's not an issue of getting them the ball. It's just, getting down in the red zone and capitalizing. And, when you have 2 great running backs, they're going to eat up a lot of those short yardage situations. So, but you want to see that passing game kind of turn on.
Right. Especially... I'm sure those receivers want to get in the end zone, and Warner wants to get that off his back because it's probably got to be looming. But moving on to this next week, back at home against Southern University, what should the Dogs expect from?
Well, for about the 4th week in a row, they're going to face a really, really talented running back, averaging about 5.96 yards a carry this season through 3 games. Another mobile quarterback. They had issues with Jalen Daniels. It's going to be a good test for the defense. Speaking of defense, Jaden Pearson, Mountain West Defensive Player of the Week.
There we go.
16 tackles. Leads the country after 3 weeks. That's pretty good. 34 tackles on the year.
Mm-hmm. These linebackers, they just keep bringing them in. You got Lavelle Bailey a couple years ago. You got CV Nomura. And then you bring in the transfer who's the team captain. He's just fit right in. And every single play, you just see Jaden Pearson getting up from that pile.
I mean, he's just all over the field. I mean, he's a madman. And no matter what, it could be strong side, weak side, he's always going to be there. He's always going to be in the pile, whether he's making a solo tackle or assisting. He's going to be in on a play. He doesn't take a play off.
And as we're moving through this season, obviously at all these home games, they have different theme nights. And what is the theme night for this Saturday?
Heroes Night.
Heroes Night. There we
Heroes
go.
Night / Battle of the Bands. They're bringing out the human jukebox. It's one of the more premier bands in the nation, and not to take away from the Bulldogs, but I think that's probably going to be the highlight of the evening.
The halftime show.
Yeah.
There we go.
Bulldog Marching Band, probably one of the best in the West. Human Jukebox, probably one of the best in the Southeast. It'll be an entertaining night. I hope that both bands have a good performance for all that attend Valley Children's Stadium on Saturday.
Yeah, so the Red Wave may be in their seats for, the whole time. Don't get up because there is a halftime show going on. Moving into this next segment, we have a brand new segment here that we are very excited to bring to you, where we're going to be, really doing a deep dive into plays of the game. We're calling it Coach's Corner.
Oh, man. This is just electric.
This was come up, I don't know what time we started. Whenever we started, about 20 minutes before that, with the help of Isaac, assistant managing editor. He helped us create this Coach's Corner. We're going to be breaking down some plays. So why don't we head to the whiteboard and break down one of the plays of the game. Touchdown. Welcome in to the Coach's Corner, the brand new segment here at the Collegian Cooldown Sports Podcast, where we'll be breaking down some of the most important plays from the game. So let me bring you up to speed. About 30 seconds left in this game. Dylan Lynch pinned a field goal to get the Dogs up 29-27. Oregon State gets that ball back with about 20 seconds to go. They get a nice pass upfield. They are at their own 35-40 yard line, and they have 12 seconds left. Now, they do have one timeout. They're trying to work that ball upfield. They have a timeout in their back pocket, but they do want to save that, or at least that's what they showed with this play calling. 12 seconds left. Oregon State down 29-27. They need to move this ball upfield. They need about, 30 yards minimum. We don't know how their kicker is. A lot of special teams errors, so the more yardage they get, the better. They do have a timeout in their back pocket. Malik Murphy, Oregon State QB, takes a snap. They're in shotgun. He's going to drop back, and his eyes immediately go over there. Now, these two receivers, this side of the field isn't even a factor in this play. Takes a snap, immediately looks left. Jakari Embry sees this. He is the corner up here. Oregon State wide receiver runs a quick out. Now, the way he turns, he's going to the sideline, to the boundary. The way the throw was inside right here. Embry sees this. As soon as this ball is snapped, takes a step back, but he sees the eye movement, and he jumps that route immediately. Because the receiver went out, he didn't go towards the ball, he went away. Embry jumps that route, picked off down the sideline. That game is done. When you look at this play, Oregon State has a timeout. They have 12 seconds to work with. Obviously not a whole lot of time. But what does 5 yards do for you in the grand scheme of things? That's taking at least 5 seconds off the clock. Then they'd have 7 and a whole lot of field to go. So, just a heads-up play from Jakari Embry. Sort of reminds me, this is a sore spot for the Bulldogs. Last year in the season opener against Michigan, this was going against the Dogs. Will Johnson makes a heck of a play. Mikey Keene takes a snap, looks directly right, trying to get a screen pass going. Will Johnson reads that from the start, picked off, takes it to the house. This is sort of similar to what Jakari Embry just did. Pick 6, game over, put the game on ice. That was, that shut down the game for the Dogs. That is our play of the day provided for you. That's all for the Coach's Corner. We'll get back to the couch and break down some more sports from Fresno State. Obviously, those Bulldogs will be taking on the Southern University Jaguars on Saturday for the second home game of the year. Heroes Night. Salute to all those heroes. Thank you very much. And also, it is the Battle of the Bands.
Yep.
So a lot going on there at Valley Children's Stadium. Moving on, we got two sports that are still on their road trip with the volleyball team.
Volleyball's coming home this week. They were swept out of UC Irvine over this past weekend, and I mean, just heartbreaking, really. I mean, 3-0, 3-0, 3-0, and it goes back to the last game at University of Arizona in Tucson for the Wildcat Classic. I almost want to say Wild Card. It's not Wild Card.
Nope.
Wildcat Classic. They lost in consecutive sets to Arizona. And they played Colorado, they played the host UCI, and then they played University of Pennsylvania. So, I mean, some good programs, but you want the Dogs to win at least a set. And it's not like they were completely blown out. Their match against, I believe it was Penn, and they had a couple sets go to overtime. But, again, you want to see them finish those sets off.
Yeah. I mean, long road trip, a lot of road games. I'm sure they're definitely excited to get back on their home court and play in the Save Mart Center because it's been a long time.
Been a long time, at least since last November.
Yeah.
So
very long time. They're scratching. They're itching to get back on into the Save Mart Center. And who do they open up against?
They open up against CSU Northridge on Thursday, September 11th, and then they host Santa Clara on Friday, September 12th. I apologize for last podcast saying that their home opener was on the 12th. I was wrong. It's against Northridge. So on Thursday. So get out to the Save Mart Center on a Thursday. No better place.
Back-to-back home games for a change. That's got to be exciting for the team. Thursday, Friday at the Save Mart Center. Come Saturday, you're at a Valley Children's. So, I mean, it makes sense.
It's a perfect weekend for Bulldog fans.
Go see the volleyball team out in the Save Mart Center because it's their first home game of the year. That's exciting. I mean, you see all the crowd that the football team drew for that first home game at Valley Children's. Now you're inside at the Save Mart Center. Go check them out. And the other team that has had quite the long road trip is the soccer team.
They are still on the road. They are at Texas Southern on Thursday as well. Had their game at CSU Bakersfield
There we go.
on last Thursday and checked in at halftime. It was 1-1. I was like, all right, we're good. And then I checked in about the 85th minute, and it was 4-1 Roadrunners. And they kind of just, excuse the pun, but they ran away with it in that second half. But, Dogs will be in Texas for their next 2 games. It'll be interesting to see how they bounce back.
Yeah, to start the year they had, 2 shutouts. They were also shut out themselves. Now sort of slipping a little bit.
After putting up 6 against Sac State, only put 1 in the old onion bag, let in 4. I mean, it'll be the Texas games will be a good test. See how they gel, and they come back, and I believe they host Oregon State on September 20th.
Beavers can't get away from those Beavers, man.
Can't get away from those Beavers.
Yeah, but it seems like the Bulldogs got a taste for those Beavers, and they better get used to it with the move to the Pac-12 next year.
It'll be a fun rivalry. I mean, it was already kind of a big rivalry in the early 2000s. David Carr taking down top 10 Oregon State at Bulldog Stadium, but it's here to last. It'll be a yearly matchup.
Yeah. I mean, those Cougars over in Washington, those Beavers in Oregon, get used to it.
All the way down to those Bobcats in Texas.
Yeah, that's...
Nothing screams Pacific more than Texas.
Right, yeah. Just like, I mean, I don't want to get down that rabbit hole.
We could talk about that all
We could talk
day.
about the Big Ten commercial, that promo starting over here and then going all the way. But we're not going to do that. That's time for another day. Another sport starting up, men's golf. Yes, sir. I've written a couple stories about men's golf and women's golf that I'm excited for. Men's golf has the Palouse Collegiate. Palouse? That's hosted by Washington State University. Bulldogs have a couple returners. Of course, the brothers, Jake and Chris Betancourt. Jake is coming back from an injury, another season-ending injury, so we'll see how he does. And Chris, of course, his first collegiate tournament, he won it last year. Those Bulldogs did win their home tournament last season over out at Sunnyside Country Club. So we'll see how the Bulldogs do. First tournament of the year. It's exciting. I mean, a lot of other sports have already started, but we're still getting new things popping up here.
Hopefully they play the least amount of golf in that tournament.
Big golf knower, right? Big golfer right
all
here.
Knowledge.
Yeah. So we'll bring you updates, of course, to all these sports online. And then, of course, the NFL.
The NFL.
The NFL was back.
It's hard not to just scream out Raiders right now after that big win in Foxborough.
That Sunday, just something about it. It was just, I woke up that morning, I still had work, but there's just a feel in the air.
And there's nothing better than waking up on a Saturday morning, granted without Lee Corso now, but watching College Game Day and just sitting down on your couch from 9 a.m. till 10 p.m. watching college football.
To do it all again
and then
the very next day.
You go to bed and you wake up at 9:30 and you've got, the Fox crew, CBS, ESPN if you're feeling risky, NFL Network if you're just crazy, and you just watch these guys talk football and you get that hint of fall.
And
pumpkin
spice. Temperature was cooling down here.
Pumpkin spice is back. The temperature was like 91 degrees today.
I know, which we are very thankful for.
Gotta break out the sweaters, man.
It's getting there. I mean, not yet. It feels good. It feels better than the trade digits, but we're getting there slow and steady. A heck of a day on Sunday. Football's back. Fantasy football. All the things that come with football is back.
Geno Smith might be the greatest quarterback to ever live.
The delusional Raiders fan, that is back as well.
I was told the Patriots were going to be good this year, and we made Drake May look scared. That's all I gotta say.
First game of the year. If you have a fantasy team, don't start panicking. If you have a favorite team that lost, don't start panicking.
But I will say, it feels a lot better to start 1-0 than 0-1.
It does.
Have to get 2 games to get over 500.
It does. So. It's early. Start thinking about those trades, though. Why not? Because that's what's fun. That's what's fun about fantasy. You get to talk with your friends, make trades. It's all just a great time of the year. Baseball's winding down. Baseball playoffs just started. It's tough now with football too, but baseball.
You got so many things to keep track of.
Baseball is heating up though with this wild card race. I mean, you just take a look up and down about the NL West especially. Dodgers haven't been playing well. Giants have been hot, sizzling.
How about Yoshinobu Yamamoto on Saturday night? I mean,
almost had it.
What? Two strikes away from a no-hitter.
Almost had it.
Jackson Holliday comes up, hits a home run, and they just collapsed. Walks, base hits. I mean, that's one of the great things about baseball is that it is never over. There's no time limit. You're not limited by a clock. You could literally be in it until the last pitch.
Those first 8 innings, those first 8 2/3 innings don't mean anything. A rally, well-done rally. I mean, it's really anyone's game, especially when you look at that NL West.
I mean, you really think, as a Giants fan, maybe we got a shot at the wild card. I mean, the Dodgers keep playing like this. I mean, you got a shot at the division.
Padres can. Yeah. I mean, I think the Padres are just going to take it. I mean, Dodgers given it to them.
Padres haven't been playing real well either. So, I mean, it's anyone's race with about 3 weeks to go.
Yep, September 30th. That's when the MLB playoffs start, that wild card round. And then from there on out, it is just, you never know. It's anyone's.
Who you got? Who do you think is going to win the World Series?
I mean, it's hard to think that a top team can't compete. I don't know about the Tigers. I mean, you look at what happened last year, but they have such a very solid team. But of course, I mean, I'm a Giants fan, so I'm going to sneak in the Giants if they somehow make it to the wild card, because those 3 out of 5 they were a wild card team. You never know. I mean, the Yankees are always going to compete.
Yeah, if they can figure out that defense.
Yeah.
As I've heard, Volpe E6.
Volpe E6. Trent Grisham maybe take a little bit more time catching a fly ball too. That could help.
Yeah.
But it's anyone's game. I think the Brewers have been hot.
Yeah.
Cubbies are right there too. There's so many teams. It doesn't matter. Obviously you love.
I feel bad for the Cubs, man. I mean, they've had such a great season, and then the Brewers just come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Under 500 in May, and they're now pushing, probably going to get close to 110 wins this season.
They make that trade for Andrew Vaughn. Excuse me. Andrew Vaughn. And he's played really well for those Brewers. It's anyone's game.
All he does is hit home runs, I swear.
Yeah.
Every time I look, he's...
So many TikTok edits of Andrew Vaughn, the new King Vaughn. I mean, it's anyone's game. We'll see. Obviously, you got to stay healthy. The Dodgers, that's historically not been something for them.
Pitching staff, definitely.
But they got like 40 pitchers over there that they can rely on. So we'll see. Of course, we'll see if the former Fresno State Bulldog Aaron Judge can lead the Yankees to another World Series berth.
28, maybe.
Maybe.
He's going to have to drag them.
Did you know the Yankees had 27 championships? I don't know if anyone's ever told you that before.
Really?
I feel like Yankees fans never bring that up. They do have 27 rings.
They're so humble about it.
I know. They do have 27 rings.
They don't let anything by you.
Yeah. Well, that will conclude this third episode of the Collegian Cooldown. We'll bring you coverage from, of course, all the Fresno State sports. Football on Saturday. We'll wait for that volleyball team to come home in their home opener there at the Save Mart Center. And golf and soccer. Thanks for tuning in, and let us know how that Coach's Corner went. It's only going to get better.
Work in progress, but I think that has some serious potential.
Very serious potential. Let us know.
I can't wait to get on that whiteboard.
Oh
man.
yeah, it's a different feeling. You put that blazer on, you get mic'd up, you get that initial catch too. There's so many opportunities with this.
So many moving parts to it.
Just wait. It'll only get better. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoy. Have a great day. That's it from us.